Roy Douglas Malonson. Been in Acreage Home since 1950. When we came here to Acreage Home, we moved here because it had some of the best schools for blacks in the whole Harris County. Nobody was really educating black children beyond the 6th grade. But Acres Home had a school all the way to the 12th grade. And we moved to Acres Home, and kids from Bartersville, Coralville, Spring, Humble, everybody was coming to Acres Home to get a high school education, the ones that could get the Acres Home. We had everything. We had grocery stores, we had department stores, all of my school clothes, all of my school supplies, farms, everything was in Acres Home. It was a total community. Blacks owned everything, the service stations, they owned it all. And there was a sense of seeing economic growth within our community, plus everybody lived together. The doctors, the lawyers, the people that were chauffeurs, people that general common labor, everybody lived together. So the kids had a sense of pride and someone to look up to as a role model. Now moving forward, sometimes we have to be careful what we ask for. They've always told us that the grass is green on the other side of the pasture, and the white ice is colder than the black ice. But based on all of the injustice that was done to us, we've always seen that everything white was better. And that's the way we was marketed and we played. Even Jesus was white, the heavens was white, and the angels was white. Everything white, and blacks was a curse. And so we strive for that. But during the 50s, blacks say, okay then, all right, we just want to be separate but equal. Whatever you're doing in these communities, do it in our communities. But what happened, instead of making us separate but equal, they created something called integration. And integration was the knife that killed the black community on top of the Fair Housing Act. The Fair Housing Act that we can go live anywhere we want. And it was like the great emancipation, it was like the gold rush. Blacks just started rushing out of their communities to go live other places. Unbeknown to them, we lived in a gated community. Acreage Home was a gated community. There were 2 ways in, 2 ways out. And we owned acreage out here. But they left to own acreage to go buy a lot. And they had some waiting on them too out there called a homeowners association. But what happened when we abandoned our communities, they started shutting down our schools. They wouldn't let the white kids come to the black community, so they started closing our schools. The blacks started moving out. The economics started dying. The houses started depreciating. The abandoned houses, everything just started happening. We basically asked for something that destroyed who we are and destroyed our economic base. And that's the way it was marketed to us. So that was back then, and then the integration part. Now, history's repeating itself. All of Texas was Mexico. And then the slave owners started fighting the Mexicans and all of that stuff, and next thing you know, Stephen F. Austin, it started the revolution and created the white colonists and the slaves and the blacks and all started coming in. But history now is repeating itself. The Mexicans are coming back in to Texas, and they're taking their state back without shooting one bullet. So what that means to Acreage Home, all of our communities are changing back to what they was. They're not, Acreage Home is not Acreage Home no more. Our schools are not all black schools no more. They're like 50 to 60s, 30% black. The neighborhoods, the Hispanics are coming in buying acre lots. And they're doing just what we did in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. They're working the land. The whole families are working the land. The whole families are starting on an acre lot, and they're all living on there, and they're all doing economic development. We can got the education and moved out the neighborhood and unemployed. Something wrong with this picture. Maybe I don't know, maybe I haven't had a drink in 40 years. Maybe I need a drink to see this thing clearly, but something ain't right. So this is what's going on now. We gave up all this land. We have great schools in the neighborhood. We have a mayor downtown talking about complete neighborhood, and we're not even benefiting from it. And this is not just Acreage Home, this is all across the city. So this, what's happening now? So what's going to happen in the future? Well, everything has to correct itself. Everything. History going to have to repeat itself all over again. So you have the Mexicans are moving in the black neighborhood because that's where they can feel comfortable at. They can't move in another neighborhood and really be accepted and comfortable. So they move in the black neighborhood because we're the most welcoming people in the world. Come on in there, we'll take care of you. Come on, in the name of the Lord, we love you. There's something wrong with this picture, or something wrong with me. And I know some of y'all think something wrong with me, so as I'm gonna say again, I'm gonna have to admit, yes, I missed the banana boat, but I waved to everybody on it. Bye, see y'all later. So I'm the first one to admit something wrong. So what's happening to correcting this? As the Hispanics move in, and they get miseducated, and they become the American cousin, then they're gonna move from the land. And then the whites, and once it winds up a gold mine, then the whites gonna come and take the land back and put a price on it. And once the whites take it back, well, then the blacks gonna say, "Oh, Acreage Home look good all of a sudden again." Then the blacks gonna want to come back and buy the land when they owned it at first. So what's happening here? I asked the question, what's going on here?